You know what I mean? So
I like that. Crazy in our direction.
Yeah,
that's
you
genius.
know. So we have to kind of be very careful about how we look at where that line goes, man, because there's some white people that don't know no better than to be fair.
Well, and again, I always say this, and I'm probably going to say it during the show. Most black people get their idea of interracial cooperation from a scene in Spike Lee's Malcolm X. What Spike left out in the film was, years later, Malcolm didn't necessarily regret that,
Yeah, he did.
but he changed his mind on it, and he said, listen, they can help, especially the ones that are good, because he had that revelation, you know, when he went over to Saudi Arabia and experienced other white Muslims, and he recognized, wait a minute, things is different.
Not only that, let me add to what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
He ate off of white folks. When he was with the nation, they paid him to call them white devils at all of the Ivy League schools and paid him top dollar.
He ate well.
Ali went on a speaking tour to white universities and talked that, you know, Nation of Islam rhetoric to white audiences that they paid top dollar to. So we have to be realistic as we begin to construct a paradigm that's sustainable.
Yeah.
Because there are white people out here who don't think like white people. They think like people.
They think like people.
You see, so don't
That's
ever,
the big point.
Don't get this all black thing out of perspective, because at the end of the day, the first line of opposition comes from our own folk.
Well, and again, that's one of the reasons why I put this question in there, because ever since we've been doing this show, I've been getting questions. Why is Dr. Goulston there? Why is Dr. G on this show? This show is on fire. This is information. Why are they having this think tank kind of discussion and there's a white man there? Well, guess what? Guess what? You want to see this show get on TV? We're gonna need a white man. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Right. Yeah.
Otherwise, if we being realistic about it, otherwise we not gonna get on TV.
No, not in the broader sense.
We need a white man, but not only a white man, a white Jewish man. How about that?
Who doesn't think like a Jew?
If we trying to get this kind of information out to the masses.
You know, right. Who doesn't think like a Jew?
He thinks like a human being.
Yeah.
He thinks like a man, a person.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's our promo. Wake up.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Serious.
You worked on Moesha?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you ever run across a brother named Bubba Bryant?
Say his name again?
Bubba Bryant. He helped do some of the music. He came he went to college with the Farquhar brothers.
Ah, that's what Kurt Farquhar was our music supervisor.
Right, him and Kurt went to college together.
Oh, that's awesome. I appreciate what you just brought up, because I'm always interested. My father was his teacher. He retired teacher.
Oh.
And one of my dear friends, Jesse Williams.
We're gonna come right back
was
to
a teacher.
that.
He's an actor.
Oh, that's perfect.
Hey, can I get this doctor line or am I wait long?
How he would have to
Tell her
stick in
we're gonna
black
come.
history.
Isn't she from 11:20 to 12?
Yeah, but it's 11:30
And
All right.
how he would
Tell her
slip in
she's gonna come on
African-American
as soon as we
history
come back from break. The
within
doc is gonna make a
his
statement,
English
and then we're going
or
right
math.
to her.
Okay, cool.
You know,
So you from Brooklyn?
I am from Brooklyn.
Wow.
Yes.
That's deep. I have an affinity for New Yorkers. I went to school with Bernard King. Yeah. Actually, I was a couple of years before him.
Are they the same?
We became real good friends while he was at the University of Tennessee. And,
What are
he went to Fort Hamilton High School.
ABC. Apple, kale, kelp. Wow, this I drink this all the time. Apple, kale, kelp, sardine, cucumber.
Oh, that sounds good.
Was
Fabulous.
Would you like one
Well,
of these juices?
I made some juice last night.
Who wants a juice? You want a juice?
Yes.
Bobby got a juice.
Yeah.
This one? I need
my
some
sweet
kale.
Lord.
Just
Oh,
what do you want, Doc?
Frying my sweet.
You know, what you were saying, Jeff, you know,
I don't want to scare
it
my
ties
wife
into the
because
State of the
you
Union.
drink beets and you look like you have cancer and you should.
We have to develop a passion that's sustainable about issues that impact us between shootings.
Yeah, but privacy. You can't shoot without your wife.
Okay.
You're onto something with that, because we had to gin up the interest in the everyday assassinations that happen economically.
Right? Oh, brother.
Here we go, guys.
Brother.
Yes, man.
Huh?
That's the advantage
So
of
Emmett was my
getting to
mother's
6-0. It's either there or it's not. And it's betting. It's how I
I kind of
live.
caught
It's what I do. Because one of the things I learned from Jim, in the curriculum,
Oh, the lady.
she's still alive, so she really understands how
I need it.
it affects my life.
Has anybody gotten her
I
side?
need it, man.
Fear motivation.
I've never
Not that I know of.
Governance.
You gonna talk about that?
Because it ties into this issue of whether it's
His mother
drugs
and my
or
mother's side of the
this or
family
that.
spoke from her.
It's fear motivation.
Being a
It
Chicago
precludes
black
attitude
supposed to have to pass it
adjustment.
open.
Because until
My
you
son and
reconcile
family
that
side
fear,
felt like they should
man,
pass it
you
open.
can't stay on the ball. You can't stay on the court, like, you know.
A nation that's committed to punishment rather than dealing with the fundamental problems that lead to mass incarceration. In 1970, for example, we only had about 250 to 300,000 people incarcerated. Now, in 2011, we have 2.5 million people. We didn't raise a generation of criminals. We shifted public policy in such a way that it's easier to get incarcerated. The net is wider and it's deeper. We live in a nation.
Wasn't that time? Continue to do what we do every week, and that is present a behavior that needs to be normalized. In other words, since I've known this brother, people who have been in Doc as well, we actually put out an example that needs to be duplicated.
Absolutely.
Because we get caught up sometimes in that other picture that we really can't control. But your success, his success, and the measure of success everybody in this room has had, we did that because we did that. Now, Marcus Garvey was famous for saying, what men have done, men can do. But you got to know about it.
Right.
And so sometimes in the process of discussing these things, we get tied into that side of the issue that we get enraged about, and we don't spend enough time constructing a new narrative and a new paradigm. That's not really new because people have already done this. There have been black people who made it in the worst of conditions and thrived. You know, and sometimes at our expense, because there were black folks who actually sold slaves.
Well,
Had plantations.
I think the difference
You know.
between those black people and us is that those
kinda
black
going at 'em
people
today.
didn't have a choice.
I have to.
Okay, when we had
I mean,
black
you could
hospitals, that's because you couldn't
Don't be
take your
scared.
black ass to another hospital.
That's right.
We had
I do. But the men.
businesses,
Woo, this is awesome.
they were by
like it?
default
Testosterone. I don't hear
patronized by us. And what happened to, in my opinion, is that
Here's where I want to turn the corner.
You do know the
It don't matter how we did it.
of course.
It's got to be replicated or we out of the game.
I agree.
But the environment creates the circumstance.
Yes.
Well,
Here's what
at
I'm
some
saying.
point, it don't matter about the environment. What we're talking about is, here's what we're talking about here. If we maintain that belief, and that's what that is, a belief, that's the only way that we can do that, then we are gone.
What do you mean? Which is the only way?
That it was out of default. Well, default or not, it was done. We took care of ourselves.
Well, yes, but see, I think
So what's the difference between taking care of yourself when somebody got a line out there that you can't cross, and
Here's
then
the
not
difference.
having a line and still doing
here's
the
the
same
difference.
thing?
Here's the difference. When you see that line, as once I jump it, everything is going to be better, as opposed to not understanding that when you
Jeff, we come back, intellectual rant.
yes, okay. If I abandon my family, if I abandon my wife and my children,
30
my
seconds.
kids still gotta eat. My wife still gotta deal with these kids. Just because I abandon them doesn't make them disappear.
Has a rap
When
career.
black people get where they going, it's like the rest of them disappear.
off.
Oh my God, he looks like that's what's happening. Of course you know that.
Our relationship with Boosie Carter.
Oh,
Do you think that they interviewed him for that movie?
of course they didn't.
I would say something that was just really an affront to me, because I know him and the
Him and
history of the group.
Catfish.
The name of the group was the Pacemakers. They named out some group out of James's mouth in the movie. He uttered this line, call them boy from Cincinnati to such and such. I'm
Right.
like, who the hell is that?
Right.
That's not who that group was. That was the Pacemakers. With Felipe Wynn was the lead
Yes.
singer in that group.
Yes.
And so I called Boosie after I went and saw the movie, and I said, man, did they interview you or Frankie Cashwater? Because Catfish is dead, right?
Yeah.
He said, no, they didn't reach out to us because they didn't have to.
Right.
They didn't have to because they'd already made up their mind how they were
What
going to
story they were
portray
gonna
it.
tell.
And how you going to do a movie that's that significant to our culture and say it loud and I'm black and I'm proud is just a catchphrase?
It's just a catchphrase and
Get the
something
hell
we did in the
outta here.
studio, which
Yeah.
to us was an anthem.
Oh, my
More
God.
offensive to me
And
than
then
That was a sea change.
Yes, it was.
That's my generation.
Yes.
Yeah. Before that song, you call somebody black, you got to put them up.
Right.
You got to put them up.
Right.
It's on and cracking.
Well, what was the difference to me? I was watching the Tonight Show with Jim Fallon, and they had the last remaining the guy that's in the movie with James Brown. They had the old brother. He's still
Bobby Bird.
Yeah, they had him out, but they had Dan Aykroyd bring him out and almost treat him like a troubled youth.
Exactly.
And, oh, go ahead, sing, and you know, and the roots up there. That's crazy. It's hard.
Right.
That's a
Hard
great
to
point,
watch.
man. See, I never thought about it like that. You too. I never.
They do that all the time to our stories.
I think
Because they can.
Yeah.
the sad part of
When
our
we come back,
narrative-
we're going to discuss the narrative and how to take control of it.
Well, that's important. The rest of the show is
I think the
with as
first
much
thing
passion as
we come up
possible
with
about how
is,
to.
You know, a lifeboat only got so many seats on it.
Wait. Before you finish, don't mean to just. We have to keep our responses shorter so we can get more information in. Right?
Rescue teams go to a rescue site with the dead in mind. There were 200 people on this plane. We're not going to bring enough Band-Aids for 200 people.
Should I call Patricia
It's a
Townsend?
crash.
She's on?
Should I call her? She's the next one.
We all
love it.
keep talking like we
I feel
gonna
me off.
save and we can use everybody black. And the sad truth
Right.
is
Some
we
gonna get
will
left.
not and we can't.
Some gonna get left.
We
This
gonna
is
have
great.
Nothing with themselves. They're selfish, they're ignorant, and I'll never date a black boy. I'll never have a black girlfriend because they got that bad hair. Both of them. And you know, it's not me just being. This is not me being racist. This is me being real.
No, that's you being oh, sweetie.
He's on a Toshiba.
She got company.
Yes.
She got
When
company.
my little white homeboy is gonna be on the Mac trying to make a song with me,
She got a lot
trying
of
to get me
company.
rich, you know, like not trying to be about something that's corny in the library at school. And I think
Corny
it's a
in the
rational
library, I
person.
can't.
I'm just saying, I'm just pointing something out.
I can't.
Yeah, no hard feelings at all. I mean, yes to Urban, because that nigga is the definition of it. Yeah.
She's got
Anyway, I
talent.
really-
She's
I
got
don't
something
really
with her,
like-
though.
I don't really have that many black
That's
friends.
fire.
I don't really like to make black friends. They're not anybody that I look to be my friends.
most
Now, she didn't learn that in the ghetto.
No.
She learned that
I don't
through
really know what else to say, but
compilation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't-
I'm not saying the ghetto.
a compilation where daddy was absent.
He was a fool too.
nice,
Yeah.
'cause they're usually not
Either
nice
that or a daddy that's got facial hair like hers.
Yep.
Some brother with no mustache has that under his
Black
roof.
people stress me out. That's why I don't like them. They stress me out. They got the craziest problems. No, that's true. You're laughing, but that's true. Like, every black friend
That's
that
a
I
wonderful
have,
bubble she
I
living
got
in.
brothers, uncles, mothers, sister, that nigga. I'd be like, girl.
My cousin's brother's cousin.
Right, and I just be sitting there like, I do not have these kinds of problems, and I don't need these kinds of problems. Therefore, I don't need black friends.
You sure don't.
That's it, and I don't even have to say no more because
Okay.
She's a candidate for suicide.
Fair. No, that is fair. That is fair. This is where we need to start drawing the line with niggas that we're not gonna
There can be no black-white unity until there is first some black unity. We cannot think of being acceptable.
That's probably one of the-
No. They should have showed you the end of that one.
To ourselves.
At the end of that one,
Concerning
the two dudes got
That's
up.
not the same one.
That's not?
It is criminal to teach a man not to defend himself.
Yes.
When
Now
he
see,
is the
I don't have a problem with
victim
this.
of brutal attack.
I got a problem with that.
Holding it.
Something that was
Ooh,
touched
so it came out.
but we didn't
I love it. Hey,
was
hey, I love it.
in the 70s there was this huge boom of incarceration. Well, coincidentally, in the 70s, we went off the gold standard when Richard Nixon said, oh, we don't have gold to back up our dollars,
Hey.
but what we have
Who the brothers in there?
is human beings. Currency and
Yes.
trade.
Yep.
Imperialism, all imperialism needs slavery. There is no imperialism without slavery. And let's quit bullshit with this democracy bullshit. This is an imperialist nation. We need, in order to make a bajillion dollars, we gonna need some niggas that's gonna work for free. And that's what.
They got new niggas now though.
Which ones are those?
The Mexicans.
No,
Shit.
I disagree.
Well, you disagreeing with the factual reality.
Then break it down for me. Help me out.
They replaced us in terms of what they do that we did 30 years ago, and that is the job nobody else would do.
That
They
doesn't
do
make
that
them
in
new
aggregate.
niggas. That doesn't make them new
Well,
niggas.
it makes them the new nigga to me.
No,
I wanted to
disagree.
tie into some one of the questions you had Zoe earlier. The way it got to
I'm gonna
this.
tell you something.
Their history is intact.
Mexicans will do this.
How about their history? Is intact?
I challenge you on that. Because first of all, they're not Mexican.
Well, that's true.
They're Mexican.
Whatever.
Alright. The native language is Lawa.
It's not Spanish.
They white.
They think
They
they
Fine,
think.
fine. There's no way to
that
fix this.
family that they have that are still in the hills, that still know their original language and that still know their original culture, still exists
But they're just like
on their
And
continent.
there's no
minority
way,
of us.
and Uncle Bobby, there's no way to unring this bell.
what?
If a Mexican dude
Things done to them.
blows your brains out right here in front of Subway, in front of KTLA, and can make it to a van that can make it 3 hours south from here, he's good. Where the fuck are you going?
But where should you go? Because you just killed somebody. I mean, that's
Here's my point.
Here we go.
No, it's
Coming
not.
back.
No, it's not.
But I agree.
He has a land. You don't have a land.
But he's taking murder back too.
So?
And he killed another Mexican.
Yes. No, he killed you.
I agree exactly.
Because that's not what it is. I would say more caring of them and who they are and respect them as men and treat them as such. And it has nothing to do with how much they make. It has nothing to do with anything else but them just being man.
I see a lot of American black women come here. They hold their head down because they can't hold a candle to these. They can't hold a candle to
Is that what he said?
Almost.
Yeah.
Chicks down
sexy
there.
in what they wear, how they carry themselves.
I work hard, you know, in America, in the state and the city that I work in, and you don't get embraced. I leave America and come here. Brazil's a nice country, man. She gives me warmth. She embraces me. I came here and I met the natives, if you will.
The natives.
And
This nigga's
respect.
crazy.
And
He need his ass beat.
not admiration, but just the respect factor, man. I come here now because the women treat me like the man I know that I am. See, back home, you gotta buy all that. I have to buy your respect. I gotta buy your time. You can't take a sister out back home in America, man, with nothing. You understand? To
You ain't
me,
supposed to be taking nobody
the
out with
areas that
nothing.
I'm in now.
Right.
The golden
How about
rule.
that?
Right.
The universal law is no money, no business.
You know, pants hanging down.
Yeah.
Every
Don't
which
nobody
way.
want to be
To
with your
me,
broke
that's not
ass.
being a man.
You need to be focusing on why you broke.
Pay your bills and be responsible.
Is that cold?
Give me that green one, man.
Is that green one cold?
No.
Oh, I can't drink it.
Is that the same as this one? Because
Nah,
this
it's
is great.
That's
Okay, I'll drink it. I'll drink it. It's not cold. Hey, it ain't cold. I'll drink it. Give it here. Slide it this way.
So this is what I'm. Hey, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share the final thought with everybody.
What happened to him? He got popped in his shit.
So I'm gonna share my final thought with everybody, but I only say you gotta make it quick.
Okay, that's right.
Ben Roethlisberger beat 3 rapes.
Ain't nobody said nothing. Ray Rice
3
has
rapes.
now, and listen,
Ray Rice ain't never been in
he
trouble
had
before.
already reconciled his situation
He's
with
back
his
in
wife
trouble, man.
and with the team.
The girl
but
he
since
took
the video
something
came
from-
out,
The
he
girl
just
he
lost
took
his
something
contract.
from married him.
Yeah,
Ben
the
Roethlisberger
Ravens
took
just
something from them girls. They
canceled
tried to
Ray
break
Rice's
ties.
contract.
Like 15 minutes ago, it just happened.
They just canceled Ray Rice's contract.
But they already said that. But they
The
already.
Ravens just canceled
No.
Ray Rice's contract because the video came out. Oh, the video was leaked. At the end of the day, that man and his woman got married after that event.
Right.
They are reconciling their situation.
When that bitch gotta work at Ralph's, she gonna understand you can't be arguing with motherfuckers down there. Cause shit can jump off.
Throwing out all kinds of stuff that made her comfortable when she didn't want to get back. I'm like, when'd you fall in love with yourself, sis? What's up with that?
That was a whole that.
Never. How you gonna tell me about your experience from under a perm?
Right.
So, that's Prima.
Oh my God.
My baby just made the varsity basketball team. She just texted me.
Wow.
She said, Dad, I made the team.
When did she practice?
Congratulations.
She never practices. Her brother made her. Hey, you gonna play varsity. I play varsity, you play varsity. So he went and talked to the athletic director and was like, my sister's trying out. You know? So she's texting me, oh, I just made the team.
Does she love it like that?
She likes watching it. She doesn't. She's athletic though. She can
Oh, okay.
play.
She can play.
She just like playing with
So
him.
y'all
She
two
don't want to
see-
play.
yeah.
You know, she's a girl. Like my hair is gonna get messed up. You know, she's
Girly girl.
Oh yeah, I'm a weirdo, man.
So we sharing it. We going around. I'm starting on Bobby's side.
With the turned out.
Bobby, final thoughts. Quick. I mean, like whatever points you get. That Ben Roethlisberger shit.
It's a good point.
is
Everybody forget
excellent.
about it
I'll never
because it's
forget
not in
about
rotation.
All right, here we come.
Never forget about
3 rapes.
3.
Not 1.